Eagle 6 in the track.
Roger.
F.1 bombs away. One's going to climb high above 20. You're south.
Eagle 6 radar contact. Eagle 6 is visual.
And it goes left.
Hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is the DCS SITREP and I'm your host, Prickly Hedgehog. Once again, let's take a little look at the newsletter from Eagle Dynamics recently, which featured a surprise announcement from a third-party developer, Aerges, going to do the F-104, which I'm sure, as I said on Twitter, will light the community up. This is a very, very exciting aircraft, and many of you are looking forward to seeing this in game. So let's take a little look at the blurb and a couple of other things going on in the community right now, which, as I said before, I'm sure you're going to be excited about. Well, according to the blurb, the team are excited to present this DCS F-104 module with the experience that they have gained from producing the C-101 Aviojet and also the Mirage, which we'll come back to in just a sec. They will deliver a very, very good simulation and a lovely rendition of this iconic machine. Now, it was designed by the legendary Kelly Johnson, who produced or had a hand in producing the P-38, the U-2, and the SR-71, the latter there being one of my favorite aircraft and a phenomenal piece of technology for the era. The F-104, though, was designed to counter the threat posed by MiG-15s and later MiG-17s over Korea. It was equipped with a single J79GE 19 turbojet, which was installed into a very small and lightweight aircraft. Therefore, the F-104 had excellent airspeed and acceleration qualities that outmatched aircraft of the same era. Now, it was armed with just a single 725-round M61A1 20mm autocannon and up to 2 AIM-9 sidewinders. So not a lot of armament there. The F-104 was designed to be a within visual range or WVR aircraft, and it relied on high-speed slashing attacks rather than turning dogfights due to its poor turn rates. Now that obviously is quite different from some of our Gen 4 aircraft in-game, like the Viper and certainly the Hornet, which can turn on its axis rather nastily. Now, although it was optimized for the interceptor role, the 104 could also perform ground attack, and it was equipped with unguided rockets and bombs for that role as well. Now, it was equipped with a pretty simplistic radar, obviously adequate for the times, but we've become accustomed to a lot more sophistication in our modern radars. This was the AN ASG 14T1 ranging radar and fire control computer, which enabled the F-104 to search for aerial targets out to about 40 nautical miles and then track them within 10, hence the within visual range envelopes again. So the F-104 took part in the 1958 Taiwan Strait Crisis and played a deterrent force during the Berlin Crisis of 1961. Between 1965 and 1967, it flew 5,206 sorties during the Vietnam War, and in 1971, Pakistani F-104s took part in the Indo-Pakistan War. Now, the aircraft has a little bit of a nasty reputation, and this was because it was prone to crashing, largely based on the limited research that I've done. Partly the problem was the J39 engine and also skill issues and pilot error. Germany in particular had a reputation for losing what was an aircraft every 2 weeks, so kind of a widowmaker reputation, not necessarily deserved. Pilots also praised the high capability and performance of the aircraft, but there definitely were some issues with underestimating it or not flying it within the appropriate parameters, and pilot error in conjunction with that engine issue was certainly something that saw the aircraft suffer a lot of crashes and pilot losses, unfortunately. Nonetheless, it still is a legendary aircraft, and as I said before, it is setting the community alight with excitement for it being in the game. And as I said before, we'll have to wait and see what the development process is. We can't gather too much really from these early blurbs and these screenshot, or the one screenshot that we have, just as a teaser for the community to see that the team are signaling that they're going to build this and it's going to be in game at some point. Now, coming back to the Mirage, which I guess bears some similarity to the Starfighter in terms of its structure and look, but the team have also announced that they are close to introducing the F.1 BE into the game. Remember that they produced several variants of the Mirage F.1. This one is the two-seater, and it's now entering the final testing phase, according to ED, before it gets released to the public. This version will be ideal for conversion training, and it will provide the opportunity to fly with friends in multiplayer using DCS multi-crew. The second seat adds an additional 30 centimeters to the length of the aircraft, which results in reduced internal fuel and the removal of the twin 30mm cannons. All other combat capabilities are retained from the single seat version, with the loss of the internal cannons and internal fuel being compensated for with the addition of cannon pods and external fuel tanks. The back seat also includes a heads-up sight repeater, which apparently is unique to DCS World, which is cool. Now, the addition of the Mirage F.1 BE adds an interesting role-playing option for the Mirage F.1 pilot journey. This is really cool. I like this. So starting with the C-101 to learn basic airmanship, then transitioning to the Mirage F.1 BE, a part of the Mirage F.1 basic course, or B course, and then concluding with a Mirage F.1 tactical unit. Aerges provides this unique experience available nowhere else in DCS World. That is a really cool concept. Sounds like it should be some sort of campaign, perhaps, for the campaign creators. We'll have to wait and see, but I like that concept, and I think Aerges have done a great job with the Mirage. It's a very popular aircraft, and I'm looking forward to seeing the BE in the game, as well, of course, as the Starfighter, so let me know what you think.
That's affirmative. What I would do is I would orbit here and let him join on me.
Now, a few weeks ago, I did a video on third-party developers, and a lot of you said I omitted information about the C-130 Hercules being done by the airplane simulation company. And I apologize, there wasn't a whole lot of new information, although they did produce a little video recently. Some of you may have seen this already, which highlighted the condensation on the interior windows there. So I am playing that little video for you now. We are still waiting for more development information from the team, but this signals that they are still working on it. The project is definitely not dead, and based on the community feedback and the demand for more information, a lot of you are looking forward to getting your hands on this great, versatile aircraft, which is going to provide some interesting flying options in the game. As we are seeing with some of the bigger helicopters that can transport things, there is a niche, as I said a few weeks ago, for this kind of aircraft in the game. So I hope this satiates some of your curiosity about where that's at. There is unfortunately no news on Polychop's Kiowa, as far as I'm aware, so we're still waiting for more from that team. We have seen videos this year of showcasing work that the team are working on, that the flight model is being developed, etc., etc. So we're going to have to wait and see if there's more information that comes out there. They are using a subject matter expert to help provide that, which is really cool. Similar to what Razbam did with Notso and the F-15E, which cuts out a lot of the crap, because basically you have an SME doing the overviews, and is therefore much more likely to be accurate. Because when you don't know much about these aircraft and you're kind of following manuals and things like that, there's a lot of stuff that it's difficult to interpret sometimes, so you can make mistakes as a content creator. We've all been there. So that's going to be cool to see more work on. I want to see the Kiowa in game, like many of you, because helicopters are really becoming quite a thing in DCS World, and they are really, really cool. The Chinook, for example, we're waiting for that. And Wags is working on that right now, so stay tuned for more information. I think we're going to, I imagine we'll see something towards the end of this year, and we're not far away. Here we are kind of wandering into Q4, the end of the year being wrapped up. We should see some more information here soon, so stay tuned. Another aircraft that I heard a snippet here that the B-105, Miltech 5, has separated from RASBAM. I haven't fully confirmed this, but they've kind of parted ways amicably, I understand, because Miltech apparently has the ability to produce this aircraft without RASBAM's assistance, is what was indicated in a Reddit post that I saw. Again, I haven't confirmed that. So he's been very, very busy producing a lot of pictures. It's all exterior stuff. So I don't know, the takeaway again is what's going on with the flight model. Is it a flyable module yet, or is it just a rendered module? And that we still need to wait and see, some more tangible examples of, what's happening with the flight model, the engine model, the systems, etc., etc. So we'll, again, have to wait and see how that morphs itself into a tangible module. And lastly here, in terms of third-party modules, RASBAM continues to throw up some pretty nice-looking images of the MiG-23 from Ron Zambrano. So we've got lots to look forward to. There's so much happening in the background. Official mods, obviously, from Eagle Dynamics. They are, of course, producing the Hellcat as well. Remember, the World War II aircraft. No news on that aircraft either. So, but they have separate teams for the World War II birds. There's still a lot of aircraft that are new, like the F-15E, that, continues to amaze and excite, and that is still getting decent updates. I mentioned the Mirage before, that is getting updates, and there was something else I had in mind, and I have to check my notes here. Oh yeah, that's what it was. The comment from Wags, actually, during that interview that he had with Mover and Gonki on the Mover and Gonki show, or the Gonki and Mover show, however you want to say it, whoever's primary on that, probably Mover. Anyway, he had said that the Hornet was actually going to get a complete update to its flight model. So really interesting things going on. A lot of people do get frustrated with that. Things are never really finished. That's in part just to, this is a long-standing game, and technological improvements and new data becomes available and so on and so forth. So it continues to evolve. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that means for the Hornet, which did not do well as a beautiful aircraft. And the survey that I did over the weekend here, the Tomcat won out as the most beautiful aircraft, or the best looking aircraft. Though I was surprised that the F-15 came in kind of second there, ahead of the Viper. So some interesting competition there. But yeah, the poor old bug did not do well. So I'll do some more surveys like that just for giggles. They're obviously completely unscientific. They're just for fun. And I know some of you did point out that the F-15E is not a fighter. Yeah, I know. I get that it wasn't a scientific survey. It was just for a little bit of fun. So yeah. All right. Well, like I said, a short newsletter this week from me, and I hope you're all doing very well. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, we're very close to 10,000 subscribers. 10,000 subscribers, which for a small channel is pretty good. And when we reach that milestone, I will be giving away a module to a lucky subscriber. And it'll be a module of your choice. So we'll be in touch, hopefully. So again, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe on that basis. Throw in your comments below. Let me know how things are going and what you're flying right now, and what you're looking forward to over the coming winter for those of us in the northern climes here, as the summer winds down and we all start going back to school or doing other things. It's been a short summer. It's gone by very, very quickly for me. I don't know about you. So that'll do. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, this is Prickly Hedgehog out. We'll see you next time on the DCS SITREP. See you.
Copy. On the 3-1, last run. Torch 1, after this run, it'll be close to end of airspace time, and we will be setting you up